to, as soon as I finish this live, I got to call that conundrum. They just shut my live off because it said that my music, that I'm playing music that's owned by somebody else. So they just shut my live off because it said that I was playing music by somebody else. So after I'm finished with this live, I am going to call that conundrum and see what's going on with my app, because it should be ready to be released. I don't have time. Because what you're not going to do is we're not going to play these games. So that's all right. That's all right. It's their platform. That's all right. Because I will have my own in just a second. And then when I have my own, then you ain't got to worry about it. They've taken like 400 or 500, probably more than that, of my followers. Just every day I get on my Instagram, 100 more followers are gone. I'm like, what's going on with that? But whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyways, so I'm here to talk to you because I want to talk to you about something. What's up, Mike? Mike, was you on here my last live before they shut it off? I was playing Deeper Love House Mix. Was you on it? You probably missed it. Somebody said, well, don't play other people's music. Hardcore at life. Well, hardcore at life, here's the thing. Never mind. It ain't even worth it. It's not even worth it. You probably should get off my live though. You can be part of the 100 followers that are gone. You can make that happen right now. So, now, somebody said, don't you have to say you don't own the rights to the music? Yeah, usually you say that when you do a post, not when you do a live. So if I'm on live, I haven't posted it yet. It's just live. But anyways, this is too much conversation. The bottom line is I've been playing music at the beginning of my live for months. So this is obviously some new thing that they're doing, and that's fine. Instagram probably will not be well, due to the policies that they've created, the new policies. A lot of people are probably going to start going to other platforms anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Yes, you preset being the truth. That's why. Yeah. Well, you know, that's what it is. Me too. I'm a holistic practitioner, totally shadow banned. Yeah. But you know what? The bottom line is, it's their platform, so they can do whatever it is that they want, and so we're understanding that. Shut your ass up, hardcore. We needed the energy this morning. I know, right? I know we were doing just fine. And that's no problem. Okay, so let me talk to you about, I'm trying to just read these comments because I got so many. Exactly. Never happened during a live. Exactly. Don't waste your breath. Big tech censorship. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so the other question that, just now that my wheels are turning, the DJ, what's the DJ's name? Tony, I know you know the DJ's name. What's the guy that had like millions of people on his live and he was playing other people's music? So are they going to start turning his lives off too? You know what I'm talking about? The guy, what's the guy's name? DJ, shit. Anyways, remember he was like a real big DJ, went on different, the news and all this other kind of stuff because he broke some kind of records or whatever. Somebody says this Badu, but you hear them ringing bells? Yes, that DJ D-Nice, that's him, D-Nice. So are you going to cut off his lives because he's playing other people's music? I mean, this is so stupid. This is the stupidest thing in the world. So anyways, that is Bella ringing her bells, running around. Badu is laying down on her little elephant. Bella's ringing her bells. So anyways, this is a conversation that I want to have with you people very, very briefly today. The holidays always bring about issues. It's a time where the scab is ripped off the wound and salt is poured in it, and people's just they're just taking a knife and just digging around in the wound and all this other kind of stuff. So you have to be very, very careful when dealing in the holidays. Okay, you have to be very, very careful of your spirit when you're dealing in the holidays. You cannot just go into these type of situations without any armor. Because when you do that, it takes a long time really for you to recover. And it can feel like every single year is being spent trying to recover from last year's situation, right? So every year it's like, oh shit, and I gotta go back. Oh well, shit, and I gotta go back, and then you gotta try to figure out what happened and this and the other. So I even have tomorrow, which is Christmas Eve. I have 6 clients on Christmas Eve, and the reason is because people want to kind of gear up and get themselves together before they have to go and be with people that they don't really like or they feel some kind of obligation. So here's obviously my suggestion is always to get therapy. You need to get some kind of counseling and some kind of therapy, because if you think about what I just said, you have a wound, okay? So let's say you have a hole in your leg, okay? And what you are doing is you're not taking care of this hole in your leg. All you're doing is putting a Band-Aid over it. But inside of the hole is infection. There is pus and all kind of weird shit going on, and the wound that is in your leg is now putting poison into the bloodstream of the rest of your body. Okay? This is why one wound in your leg, one situation in your life can fester into other areas of your life. So if you're in a relationship that you don't want to be in, it's not a good relationship, then you will not have a good time at work. You also won't have a good relationship with your children. You also won't have a good relationship with your siblings. Your friends will hardly ever see you. And if they do, you always are upset. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is what happens when you don't take care of a wound and you don't take care of that specific wound. So the other thing that happens is you have a gaping hole in your leg, but you have also a scratch on your elbow. And so you'll take care of this scratch on the elbow and not pay attention to the hole in your leg. And so, again, ignoring the elephant in the room and trying to make it something else and blame shifting and all this other kind of shit. When you do that, you are doing yourself a very serious injustice, okay? And so when you're doing an injustice to yourself, again, it is just making you harbor more feelings of anger, shame, guilt, pain, grief, so forth and so on. What therapy does is it takes off this fake ass bandage that you got on your big hole in your leg. Well, first of all, what therapy does is the first thing that I have to do is I have to find out where the hole is, because people never really come to you and say, "Oh, this is my hole." It's usually a series of questions and a series of investigation, if you will, to figure out exactly what is going on. Okay, so we find out what's going on, and then we take off this makeshift bandage that you probably try to figure out on your own, which they probably ain't done nothing but made up some paper towels and some shit. You probably ain't even got no gauze on it. Okay, and so we take that off, and then we begin to dig. We begin to dig and get all of that infection out of the wound. Now, it may not feel all that great at first, but the body knows that it must be done, right? So we begin to scrape that stuff out. We clear this stuff out of the gaping hole. And then we begin to put medicine inside of the hole, okay? We got to put some peroxide in there. We got to get some antibiotics in there. We got to put some Neosporin. We got to get some stuff in there the alcohol and stuff like that, it may burn, but through the truth, when you put alcohol on a cut and you blow it real good. Well, the truth is blowing on it, okay, to try to make it feel a little bit better. But then you can begin to actually heal. So that way, when you go into these situations with your family during the holiday season, you don't have to worry about them pulling off your fake Band-Aid and beginning to destroy all over again this hole that you have. Because now you're on the way to healing. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? You're on your way to healing. So it is really, really important that as you guys are going into Christmas and into New Year's, and those of you who will be around family that you don't want to be around, it is important that you take off the scab and put some medicine in there now. You got 2 days. Put some medicine in there now, some medicine of truth. Who are you? What are you? What is your truth? Have some boundaries of what you will and will not talk about. Have some boundaries. Decide that this is not, I didn't come here for that. I didn't come here to talk about that. I just came here to bring my kids over here to see their grandma or whatever. Or I just came over here to see, my grandfather or whatever it is. Have some boundaries and stick to those boundaries. And don't let people push you into something else. Okay? If you decide that this is the time that you want to have a discussion about something, you want to talk about something, have your key points, have your bullet points, and treat it like a presentation. Literally, treat it like a presentation. Don't go in there half-stepping, stuttering and shit and all this other kind of stuff. Be prepared for what it is that you're trying to accomplish. Okay? This is very, very important. Okay? Because there's a lot of pain. Bella, could you, with the ringing of the bells? Oh, I own the rights to that music, by the way. The ringing of the bells, those are my kids. Fucking assholes. Anyways, so you want to make sure that you want to make sure that you are geared up and prepared for this. Don't keep going into an emotional war zone ill prepared. Okay? You're the only one that is hurting after that. Well, I'm not going to say that. Maybe other people are hurting too. I don't know. But you definitely are being damaged, and then you're damaged for a long time. Okay? For months. And then it takes you a long ass time to try to gear up. And then right after that, Easter comes. And then that's another family experience. And then after that, Mother's Day comes. And then, oh God, and then Father's Day, oh God. You see what I'm saying? So you have to start healing the gaping hole in your life, in your leg, in your life, now. Do it now. So you guys already know you can contact me, Megan at MeganMcGlover.com. I'm here for you. If you want to, schedule your appointment, you can do that at MeganMcGlover.com. You can go right there. Thanks for that, because I'm quick with a rude mind business that pays you. Yes, right. Right. So you have to, you really have to understand exactly what you're dealing with. You're really in a psychological, mental, and emotional war zone when you go around family and you're not, and you got issues, and you got issues with your family. It's an emotional war zone, especially if it's them against you, or if that's the way that it feels. Okay? It's a war zone, and you feel like you're just in there by yourself trying to defend yourself. So the best thing for you to do, 1, begin to tell yourself the truth now. What is your truth? Begin to tell yourself the truth now. 2, make sure that you have your boundaries. What are you going to talk about, and what are you not willing to talk about? And what is going to be your escape? What is your escape? How are you going to get out of that conversation? You need to be practicing that shit. Okay? It can very easily be, well, you know what, my therapist, listen, I tell people all the time, you can use me, okay? You just tell them my therapist told me that I'm not able to talk about that conversation. We're in the middle of some very serious healing, and I've been instructed by my therapist not to talk about that. I don't care. Figure it out. Do something. But you have to have an escape of how you're going to get out of these conversations that you don't want to be in. Okay? Start telling yourself the truth. Have some standards and boundaries and stuff that you're not going to talk about and what you will talk about. Have an escape plan, okay? And make sure that you are scheduling time with your therapist, okay? Whether it's me or somebody else, I don't care. But you cannot. Somebody said that she's been doing this for 10 years. That's a long time. That's a really, really long time. At some point, you need to better the situation. Either get out of it or make it better. Sometimes people need to get cussed out. But when you cuss people out, when you cuss your family members out, you have to do it like a presentation. You cannot just go in there, I'm sick of this shit. It doesn't work like that. Because they will just shrug it off like you just lose. Oh, here she goes again. Here she goes again. They won't take you seriously. But when you come in there very succinct, very precise, very specific on what it is, and you don't bring everything. This is not the time to bring everything into one conversation. This is the time to make the point, and then move on. But it is my strong suggestion that you do this under counsel, because you need to make sure that you're sticking on your point. Now, what do I mean by that? When you're upset and you're emotional, it's very easy to get off point. You know, you just, oh, well, remember you did this and da-da-da. And some of the stuff doesn't have anything to do with what you're really talking about. Okay? So you have to make sure that you're staying on topic and that you are well prepared, well practiced for whatever their response may be, and that it doesn't throw you off kilter. And that takes some practice, and it definitely takes knowing the truth. It definitely takes knowing yourself. Okay, you have to know yourself, and you have to know the truth so that you can stand firm in who you are. Okay, so again, you can email me, Megan@MeganMcGlover.com. You can schedule your appointments at MeganMcGlover.com. I am about to get off this thing right now and call A Conundrum and find out what's going on with my app. Because I can't even go out with any music because I don't own the rights to the music. I mean, you don't own the rights to any of this music unless you are a musician. I mean, unless you are an artist, but whatever. Some of the artists don't own the rights to their own music. It's actually the record labels that own the rights to their music. But whatever, we're not going to get into that either. So, I want you guys to have a really good day. What was I going to say? I want you to have a really good day. I want you to have a happy Christmas, Merry Kwanzaa, Merry Kwanzaa, and Merry Habakkuk, whatever the Jews people do, whatever they do, and Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, maybe Yom Kippur, and whatever. Okay, and the Muslims, whatever y'all do, y'all have a happy holiday season. Okay, everybody all over the world, you have a real nice time doing whatever it is that you're doing. Don't let these people piss you off. Do not let your family members piss you off. Okay, don't let them piss you off. You are an adult. You don't have to endure the shit. Okay, just follow my instructions that I told you. And if you have to do some name dropping, then just drop my name. Just tell the people Megan told me that I don't have to talk about this because you people are not ready to talk about it. And that's the end of that. She told me that we're in the process of healing, and so I don't have to talk about that. Okay? Okay, fantastic. Okay, I gotta make some phone calls. Bye.